Okay, welcome back, guys. We have another question from the friction chapter of engineering mechanics by Meriam, and we have this 700 Newton force that is applied to the 100 kilogram block, which is stationary before the force is applied, and we need to determine the magnitude of the magnitude and the direction of the friction force exerted by the horizontal surface on the block. So as always, we're gonna start with the free body diagram and we're gonna draw the free body diagram for the block. So we're gonna have this force P, which is 700 newtons. We have the weight of this block and we have the mass. We know weight is equal to mass times acceleration of gravity. So 100 times 9.81, our G in SI unit is 9.81 meter per second square. And also we're gonna have the normal force from the bottom surface. We call it N, and we can consider one friction um, again from the bottom surface to the block, and friction is always will be the opposite of the movement. So this block might move to the right, and opposite of that is going to be in this direction, which is our F. All right, so that's pretty much it. And now we have to figure out if the forces, the P that we have is big enough to move the block on this surface, but we're going to start with our assumption of equilibrium. So we can assume that we are in equilibrium, and let's see what happens after that. So we have sum of all forces in X equals 0, and same for the Y. Looking at the X, we also have this angle 30 degrees. So P cosine of 30 degrees minus F equals 0. So our F is basically 700 cosine of 30 degrees, which we can calculate it very quick. 700 cosine of 30 is going to give us 606 newtons. And let's see what we get for sum of all forces in Y. We have the normal force. We have the weight, which is 9.81 times 100, so 981. And also we have the Y component of the P, which is in this direction, so plus P sine of 30 degrees. So that's going to be equals 0. Our N would be, we know sine of 30 is 0.5, so 700 divided by 2 is 350 plus, negative 350 plus 981. Let's see what we get. 981 minus 350. So the normal force will be 631 newtons. So that's the friction we found based on the equilibrium. But again, we don't know if we are equilibrium or no. And in order to verify that, one thing that we need to check is that we know this box is going to move once it passes the maximum friction. How do we find the maximum friction? It's going to be the static coefficient times the normal force. So we have the static coefficient of friction 0.8. So 0.8 times the normal force 631. Let's see what we get times 0.8. So this is going to be roughly 505 newtons. So what does this tell us? Our friction force is more than this, which means this force is big enough to pass the maximum. And if that's the case, that means the box is going to move to the right. So it will move, and when it moves, the friction that we're going to use is going to be a kinetic friction, which is the kinetic coefficient times the normal force. So we also have the kinetic coefficient, which is 0.6 times 631, which is again our normal force. Let's see what we get. 0.6 times 631. Yeah, that's going to give us 379 newtons. And this is going to be the final answer for us. And yeah, so based on the equilibrium that we found, 606 was the friction, but that friction is way more than the the static coefficient, and if we pass that force, um, we won't be in equilibrium. So our assumption for equilibrium was not valid, and we're going to go with the kinetic, and this is going to be the final answer for this question. Hope everything was clear. Let me know if you guys have any questions. You guys take care. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.